shot, but he is not backing down. Ishu gets eliminated. The Siphon comes in. Much needed builds get replenished by Benno. Curve not slowing down, trying to alleviate the pressure. Lands a huge shot on the Zosier and the elimination one as well. 5 elims, Monster. 5 eliminations here. This is domination at its finest in Major 1 on NA Central.
Like, guys.
So good for them right now. Rapid and Cold right now on the hunt too, just trying to figure out what is going on here. They're already at 3 elims as well. So Rapid and Cold are playing so aggressive too. You gotta give them credit right here. We know what the task at hand is. We know what needs to be done. And it really does feel like the impossible. It's asking them to pop off right now and go into the upper double-digit elimination territory and potentially win the game.
Yo, it's good, Kaden.
Because for
It
them,
has been a
it's
while,
about the championship victory. Jumping over to Brilliant and Jargo though, playing a little bit of the storm fight right here, keeping us busy right now.
Essentially, 2 sides of the coin. We're watching the battle for first. Oh, Venno's down. Venno is down, but Curve saves the day. What are we witnessing? This is a montage performance. I don't want to call it too soon, Monster, but this is beginning to look like a victory lap for Curve and Venno.
The writing's on the wall. You just have to read it, brother. All right? It's whenever you're ready, just let us know. They're at 6 eliminations now. Acorn and Bolts a little cheeky here, though. Trying to see if anyone's willing to kind of sneak on by to find a couple elims right now. And let's just paint the bigger picture. Obviously, Bird and Venno off to the races right now. A 100-point gap separating them from the rest of the competition. And then you have so many other teams trying to fight for a land spot to the Global Summit. It's right around the corner. Who is going to be in Germany? Only the top 13 will make it.
And as it stands right now, in order for Cold and Rapid to win the tournament, and this is as it stands right now, they need Curve and Venno to go down outside of top 25 with not a single elimination more. And then they need to win the game with 10 or so eliminations in the double digits. So it's going to show how much of a runaway this is turning into. And that's where you see a lot of lurks going down, because it's not only the battle for first. If you look at Tyler and Chance here, 391 points on the overall leaderboard. They're in 10th place. If they go down early, they can kiss their summit spot goodbye.
Definitely be really close for them. They'll be holding on to a thin margin. Taki and Seek on the other side. Same can be said for these teams here. 208 points earned on the tournament day. So you are seeing moments of greatness here coming out. Some of our competitors here on the 2-day format.
Zach gonna make a quick, clean glide here. They're just trying to dodge all the noise down below, having to worry about Surge, having to worry about others rotating in your path. Be a good plan for Seek and Taki here. 13th place. They just need to hold on to their current spot on that leaderboard. Clicks and Eggs, though, a moment ago, did see them in the feed. They picked up at least 1 more elimination here. They, too, have a little bit more of a cushion than some of the other counterparts. 430 points in 9th place. They just need to make sure to finish strong. It's more of a confidence thing than anything else, I feel like, at this point.
Trying to find their move, but again, you've made it this far. They had such exceptional moments of greatness, but in the end, everything has to come together. And then how do you account for having the curves, the colds, those types of performances that we've seen? Tough to ask. All things have to come together. Cooper and Rito, they're still fighting for their qualification seat. They're not fully safe just yet. Not at least how I feel. Let's take a look at the standings here. This is going to put them at 12th place there, Jacob. So close.
Yeah, I would say they have a 22-point gap from 13th, which is actually the line. And then about a 44 or so point gap between them and falling outside of the bubble, which means anything could be possible. If they go down, let's just say 15th place, and anybody else kind of is able to secure a top 8 or better, they can certainly overtake them on the leaderboard. But definitely so many different possibilities here as the tournament continues on. Threats in Beer, a team that started inside of the bubble on the day.
3rd place.
fell
Crazy work.
out of it and was trying to work their way back. Aviv and King,
Chat, who you guys rooting
another
for?
similarity here. 17th place
Well,
coming
Wilson
into
went
this
down
game,
and
which means
so did
those
Delay.
eliminations, 8 more points is definitely going to boost them up the leaderboard just a little bit. I think that almost puts them on the line outside of that bubble around 14th place with those elims.
Yeah, Viven King, the last 2 games have played really well, actually making it to endgame, and this time they actually have 4 total elims, so just a monstrous performance so far, definitely stepping up and doing what they need to when it matters most. And often Saul kind of see what's going on here, they end up backing off. You have Osid and Scare, another team that's very much in the conversation right now. Looking at how they've played, we have a 4th
Up
place
height.
as far as their best performance so far in last game, roughly
Scare.
15th for them with a single elim. So not too bad, definitely earning some placement points. If they can keep that up, they might just be doing enough to jump up and in.
This is going to be an interesting lobby slash end game. Because if you look at like day 1, we were getting what, fourth zone surge, sometimes even earlier because how stacked the lobby is. To start the day, we were getting 5th zone, maybe 6th zone surge. There's only 60 players up. There's only 30 teams left in this lobby right now in the 4th zone. So it's rather thinned out, moving at a much more accelerated pace. So you have to be careful on some of these
Sure, who you guys rooting for?
rotations. So instead of being able to rotate, stack with a bunch of other teams, hoping they choose them instead of you, now some of these rotations would be a little bit more bare, with you and maybe 1 or 2 other teams being the only one rotating in that direction.
I mean, when you have Cold, Rapid, Acorn, Bolts, Curvin, Veno looking for elims, right? Trying to either push the gap, close the gap, like this is what happens. The lobby will tend to thin out, and then everyone else, of course, trying to fight for their qualification spot. Look at this though, Veno Curve inside the storm right now. They surely know they've done enough, right? So now it's just time to chill out, hang out, enjoy the storm for a little bit. Here on the beach, have no reason to really put themselves in any danger here.
None at all, especially with the zone moving on over towards the south. They know they can essentially ride the shoreline, whether they try to make a little shortcut in, go on top of the mountains, they can go all the way towards the south. They do got 1 zone, though, that they really have to worry about. So going from zone 4 to zone 5, it moves from a 1 tick of damage into 2. From zone 5 to zone 6, they move from a 2 tick damage into a 5. So even though they do have a lot of time on their side, they don't want to use all their resources just getting into zones. Since you can kind of see on the map there on your left side that so many other teams are also outside of the zone and inside of their path that could certainly cut them off.
Yeah, definitely. They're moving really quickly. Wagers and Sleepsy, though. Look at this. A little bit of a high ground position right here. Still, though, no surge warnings in sight. This game is moving so fast right now as the lobby's starting to thin out. And this is a pretty congested north side of the Battlewood Boulevard, so
Yeah.
kind of
No
a
surge yet?
new site for us, if you will. Looking at the names that are in play here. Jack, Npen, Acorn, Bolts. On the other side, Osid and Scare.
Slips on
Scare,
high
though,
solo.
It's fully
Crazy.
finished right here. One of our bubble teams is out to the hands of Sikentaki. This is super important. Actually, it was Wagers from up top. It wasn't Sikentaki, but they're right next to that collateral damage.
Almost all the same, though. Sikentaki, that 13th place, Scare and Osid, or I should say, just one Osid by himself. Is going to be in 14th place. He has a bit of a gap to overcome. And anything is possible. 29 teams still up, so 4 more go down. You'll start to get those placement points, and they'll cascade in with each and every team that does go down. Contrapt's going to fall, and already 1 less team to worry about here.
Where's Max?
55 players left in this game, so there's only
Could
1
rotate down the
solo
tunnel.
running around, and that's going to be
I
Osid.
think that's where we're gonna go. Yeah, that's where they're going.
Gotta do what he gotta
Acorn,
do, though.
being IGO.
It's really close, yet
And
so
Pidden Jack
far
right in
down.
front.
It's all gonna come down to, can you earn your way towards the positioning placement points there? Still see Reet and Cooper up in the distance. Agers and Ritual here sitting pretty. Box open, eyes on Acorn and Bolts. Little did they know. Oh, look at this zone though. It pulls north. Okay, so this is gonna be working against the likes of Curve and Venom, who obviously were wrapping far around the outskirts.
Trying to get
We just got some good
not
tags.
necessarily damage for Surge. as
Surge
it does turn
disappears.
on. 14 players do need to go down, but you can see where they stand.
6 zone.
400 above the damage
Surge just
threshold. Since
started.
they're right next to the zone monster, they don't have to do much movement at all. Just kind of focus on getting that
Man,
damage.
Nped's
while
got
not
some bad
receiving much.
rotates.
Acorn and Bolts Try to land some shots onto NPen and Jack in the distance, inadvertently kind of alleviating some of the pressure. NPen and Jack could have looked to get aggressive. Acorn and Bolts 132 above the damage threshold. They sit in third place on the leaderboard, a mere 6 points out of second. A huge chunk of money differential. And I was talking about Bolts. If somehow, some way, a miracle can happen, Acorn and Bolts keeps the Major 1 magic alive, Bolts will become another player on that short list of 2 region champions. I know Veno is certainly in line to becoming another player on that list in 2 of the hardest regions in Fortnite, in NA Central and EU.
Yeah, definitely looking to make history here and now.
Reed and Cooper.
Reed and Cooper.
Yep.
Sitting pretty strong right now, guys. 340 damage above. Safe in the zone. Plenty to work with right now. That's the type of position you want to see Reed and Cooper in if they're going to land. See Kentucky on the other side. Same can be said for them. Still have a couple shockwaves to work with. Not too many to make it towards endgame, but hey, enough to at least stay in the race here for quite some time. It's all going to come down to a refresh for Sea Kentucky, though. See if they can time the rotate. Looking at who's positioned up, though. Clix and Higgs trying to end this one with the splash. Already you can see them poison up for that high ground here, Jacob.
Yeah, still, no matter what's been going good or bad in some of these games, they're just continuously one of the teams that, you know, if they make it this far into the game, they're going to contest for that high ground.
Assault.
King and Aviv just outside of that bubble. Sees 2 teams with
Clix
a
and
little bit
Higgs
of
have
scuffle
height right
going
now.
on. They try to land some shots before they go ahead and make their way on over. They're just trying to pressure them so that way they don't make any peaks, makes the rotation that much
Reed
safer.
Cooper.
That was Reed Cooper in that distance. They're 193 above the damage threshold, inside of that qualification rank. They just need to be able to hold on here, especially more so now with Javi in a minute looking to walk him down.
Really close now to earning some positioning points here as well. 28 team still standing.
King goes down.
Curve finds Kingling there in the
Dino
lead.
might be
Veno
going down soon.
super hit up.
Dino's super low.
Off the rotate here. That brings them up to
Killing
7
each other.
eliminations. And Curve finding his moment, finding his footing now. These last couple games, I mean, it's been the Veno show, but Curve has stepped up when it mattered most. Even in this game, clutching Elim after Elim, and now finding the follow-up and the refresh that they need to succeed here. Clix and Higgs, though, just want to do what they can do best.
Good Clix on high.
Uh-oh. Not the best spot to be in for a team in second place, below the damage threshold. Boats persistence there is able to lead some shots through underneath that cover, get them above the damage threshold. A mere 5, but at least it's something. They're not taking active surge, but 25 damage every 7 seconds. Blake and Preston trying to put down some pressure, but only for a short moment. Bolts is going to be able to hold off. We can do the comb though, getting this
Clix go down.
information is
Clix
going
goes down by
to be
Muzz.
vital, but Muzz gets the down onto Clix. I see it in the
Sphinx
feed.
gets- Sphinx
even
finishes
gets
Clix.
the cleanup here. High ground changing hands, but it's not Muzz and Sphinx. Right now it looks like Aviv, it looks like Curve and Veno are all fighting for it.
Yeah, if you look at it, Curve, Veno come in out of nowhere, just trying to time that high ground, and off they
Nice.
go. Meanwhile,
She's
Threats and
crazy.
Beer still fighting to stay in the tournament.
finish.
Life as well.
117 mats.
Higgs on the
Clix is
left
good.
side clutches up a
Higgs.
nice little Elim for himself. That's going to drop G-Monster and send him back to the lobby. He might
Going
not
height.
have enough to make it to land. Meanwhile, high ground is solidified by
Oh,
Muzz.
Higgs goes down. Dang it.
Gets swiped out this sky, hanging up for a little too long. Acorn and Bolts fighting for second at this point. If you can't take down Curve and Veno now, it'll just be too late.
Yep, literally, this is the moment right here. As soon as they get into the top 15, I almost think it's a wrap, mathematically
So very
impossible.
clutch.
Threads drops down low outside of the bubble. I'm not sure he secured enough points before finally going down
Sphinx
there.
Muzz.
Muzz and Sphinx up above. Reed and Cooper
Sphinx Muzz that one as
sacrificing the HP, staying outside of the zones. That way they can fizz, they can shockwave, and
Reed.
hopefully get to the front side. But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore.
Muzz and Sphinx still putting pressure from up top. Cooper, Reed trying to stay alive. Seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping faster than you can even realize. We're already up into the top 17 now. Curve and Veno are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a Minish and Javi. A top 5 performance was valiant for them on the standings coming into this. But it's Curve and Veno who are fighting for the championship win now. And look at this, Jacob. I mean,
down.
they are breaking away with a huge lead.
Yep, and even when it looks like it's bleak, Benno gets dropped down to a
Bolts
sliver
might
of
be
HP.
going
They're
down here
surviving.
too.
Bolt's trying to do the same thing. 5 HP, loses Acorn though, so we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost runs into Curve and Benno all along the way, but he's able to slip past
Vino
them
goes
as
down.
Curve
No.
and Benno find another elimination before Benno finally goes down. Curve is out of builds here, trying to use the shock to splash to keep himself as full of HP as possible, even finding a Fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think, has done enough inside of the
Oh
top
my
10. He
gosh.
finds another elimination
Dang
onto
it!
Cooper. Curve might
Curve
have
goes
gone
down.
but they are your FNCS Major 1 champions.
Muzz and Sphinx
They've
are winning
done
this.
it. They've done enough to be up at the top, to sit on the throne now. Venno is the conqueror of 2 regions here, and Curve, his first time ever, gets to taste that victory here. But for now, Muzz and Sphinx are trying to find their victory lap. This is all a battle for money. This is all battles for seats at the LAN event where the story will continue.
Jargu needs this.
Speaking
Jargu
Muzz.
needs this game
Me
here.
too.
They were 15th place to start it all, and now he's the only solo left in this game. The 2 teams that are left alive, Monster, both of them already have their spot secured. So this is everything for Jargu by
took
himself.
him out.
Tries the
Jarg gone.
shockwave in. He gets
2v2.
tagged up left and right, down in 3rd place. Did he do enough to qualify for Dusseldorf?
Well, it's going to be really close for now, though. The action's
shoot.
on.
Aegis goes down.
Muzz here
Ritual's
who
gotta go down
finds
too.
elimination. Ritual gets tagged up big time.
Nice.
Looking for
Sphinx
his
and Muzz.
moment, and he does it in the end, and that's going to be a nice, wonderful way to end the FNCS there.
That was more than just a wonderful way. Curve and Benno's complete and utter domination of a region. Congratulations for Curve, his first FNCS champion. We always remember our first, and Benno, probably the most important FNCS title, dominating a whole nother region. Muzz and Sphinx win that game, but Z, Kelly, and Vivid, we have a new champion. Let's go, Muzz! Let's go, Muzz! That's
Go,
right,
guys.
Let's go!
Sorry,
Yo,
I had to
what
get
is
that out of the way. Sorry,
LAN?
first
I
off,
actually
really
have no
quickly,
clue.
NPF, Jacob,
Where's
thank you guys
LAN? I have
so
no
much
clue.
for the cast.
I think it's
Fantastic day.
May 30th.
As they called out, it is true.
Yeah, I think
Benno
it's May
and
30th to
Curve
31st, I
are
think.
your champions in NAC. A
Well,
full
guys,
title for Venno and
wraps
a
it up.
first for Curve.
Vino and
I mean,
Curve.
Kelly,
Vino and
Vivid,
Curve.
You know,
Qualify.
Vivid called this out right.
First
last
place,
game.
first
They came into
FNCS
today
champion.
10th place. And I think for most people, you probably look at the standings at that point. You're like, okay, yeah, like maybe they're probably not gonna get a 4th. They might could end like
Dang.
top 5 or something. But Kelly, Benno turned.
Let's see, chat. Let's see what the placements are right now. Events. Major 1 finals. Let's see, ND Central. Leaderboard, guys. Curve and Vino, 727 points. Holy crap, first place. First FNCS win on for Vino and Curve. Well, Curve's first FNCS win. Aegis and Ritual earned themselves, what was it, 45,000? Something like that. 50,000. Aegis and Ritual earned themselves 50,000. Poilo and Peterbot only got 7th place, sadly. 13. Krillian and Jarg barely made the cut. Oh my goodness. If he didn't clutch that top 3 row, I don't think he would have made it. Top 13 guys was yeah. Goodness me. Let's go. Good stuff.
Prime, his 3rd prime, his 4th prime. I mean, whatever you want to call it, the guy is absolutely popping off, and I couldn't agree.
Flash to keep himself as full of HP as possible, even
this again.
finding a Fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think, has done enough inside of the
Oh
top
my
10. He
gosh.
finds another elimination onto Cooper. Curve might have gone down, but they are your FNCS Major 1 champions.
They've done it. They've done enough to be up at the top, to sit on the throne now. Venno is the conqueror of 2 regions here, and Curve, his first time ever, gets to taste that victory here. But for now, Muzz and Sphinx are trying to find their victory lap. This is all a battle for money. This is all a battle. It mattered most, even in this game, clutching Elim after
Oh my.
Elim, and now
Receiving much. Acorn and Bolts try to land some shots onto Npen and Jack in the distance, inadvertently kind of alleviating some of the pressure. Npen and Jack could have looked to get aggressive. Acorn and Bolts 132 above the damage threshold. They sit in 3rd place on the leaderboard, a mere 6 points out of 2nd. Huge chunk
Okay.
of money differential. And I'll talk about Bolts. If somehow, some way, a miracle can happen, Acorn and Bolts keeps the major one magic alive. Bolts will become another player on that short list of 2 region champions. I know Veno is certainly in line to becoming another player on that list in 2 of the hardest regions in Fortnite, in NA Central and EU.
yeah, definitely looking to make history here and now. Reed and Cooper sitting pretty strong right now, guys. 340 damage above, safe in the zone, plenty to work with right now.
But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore.
Buzz and Sphinx still putting pressure from up top. Cooper, Reed trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping faster than you can even realize.
Okay.
We're already up into the
Come on,
top
Vino, come on,
17
come on,
now.
Curve.
And Veno are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a Minish and Javi.
Some pressure, but only for a short moment. Bolts is going to be able to hold off. Get to the comb, though. Getting this information is going to be vital, but Buzz gets the down onto Clicks. I see it
Oh,
in
no,
the
Clicks went
feed.
down.
Sphinx even gets the clean
Okay.
up here. High ground changing hands, but it's not
No.
Buzz and Sphinx. Right now, it looks like a Vive. It looks like Curve and Veno are all fighting for it.
Yeah, if you look at it, Curve, Veno come in out of nowhere, just trying to time that high ground, and up they go. Meanwhile, Threats and Beer still fighting
Higgs
to
going
stay in the
crazy.
tournament
Oh
life
my.
as well. Higgs on the left side clutches up a nice little Elim for himself. That's going to drop G-Monster, send him back to the lobby. He might not have enough to make it to land.
Oh no,
Meanwhile,
Higgs is
high
dead.
ground is
No,
survived
Clicks and Higgs
by
go
Buzz and
down.
Sphinx, but Higgs gets swiped out the sky, hanging up for a little too long. Acorn and Bolts fighting for 2nd at this point. If you can't take down Curve and Veno now, it'll just be too late.
Oh yeah, come on,
Literally,
Curve.
this
come
is
on,
the
Venom.
moment right here. As soon as they get into the top 15, I almost think it's a wrap. Mathematically impossible. Threads drops down low outside of the bubble. I'm not sure he secured enough points before finally going down there. Muzz and Sphinx up above. Reed and Cooper sacrificing
Good
the HP,
rotate.
staying outside of the zone. So that way they can fizz, they can shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side. But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore.
Buzz and Sphinx still putting pressure from up top. Cooper, Reed trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping
Come on, Curve. Come on, Venom.
faster
Oh,
than you can
oh.
even realize. We're already up into the
Nice.
top 17 now. Curve and Veno
Stuff.
are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a Minish and Javi.
My.
A top 5 performance was valiant for them on the standings coming
my.
into this. But it's Curve and Veno who are fighting for the championship win now. And look at
Uh-oh.
this, Jacob.
Come
I
on,
mean,
Venom.
they
Come
are
on.
breaking away with a huge lead.
Yep, and even when it looks like it's bleak, Veno gets dropped down
Bolt's
to a
about to
sliver
go
of HP. They're surviving. Bolt's trying
Acorn's
to do
down.
the same thing.
No.
5 HP. Loses Acorn, though, so we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost runs into Curve and Veno all along the way, but he's able to slip past them as Curve and Veno find another elimination before Veno finally goes down. Curve is out of builds here, trying to use the shock to splash to keep himself as full of HP as
on, Curve.
possible. Even finding a fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think, has done
Nice.
enough inside of the
Oh
top
my
10. He
gosh.
finds another elimination
Let's
onto Cooper.
go!
They have gone down, but they are your FNCS Major 1 champions.
Oh my gosh.
They've done it. They've
Veno
done
and Curve are
enough to
FNCS
be up
champions.
at the top,
First
to
place,
sit on the
$50,000 from
throne
the
now.
grand
Veno
finals.
is the
Oh my
conqueror of
gosh.
2 regions here in Curve, his first time ever.
First
gets the
time
taste of
Curve
that
ever getting an
victory here.
FNCS champion win.
But for now, Muzz
Man,
and
Vino's going
Sphinx are
crazy.
trying to
2
find
different
their
servers, 2
victory
different
lap.
wins.
This is
Oh
all
my.
battle for money. This is all battles for seats at the LAN event where the story will continue.
W.
Jargu needs this. Jargu needs this game here. They were 15th place.
Okay, let's see. Major 1 finals, any central. Nice! Curve and Veno. Oh my. First place. They won themselves some $50,000. Agers and Ritual. Second place. Oh my. Barely. won themselves some $50,000. Wait, no. Curve and Veno, Curve's first FNCS Major 1 champion win. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Oh my. They just won themselves $100,000 while Agers and Retro with the second place earning themselves $50,000 while Acorn and Bolts won themselves $45,000. Oh my goodness, guys. And Jorg and Krillian barely made the cut by 3 points. 3 points ahead of Seikentaki. Well, 2 points ahead of Seikentaki. Oh my. Good job. Wow. Oh. Oh my gosh. Chat. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, he did about 2 seconds ago. So.
That's what I was rooting for them because I knew they would. They did. Himself as full of HP as possible. Meanwhile, the crowd is ready to stay in the tournament. Like as well, Higgs on the left side clutches up a nice little elim for himself. Spinks up above Reeton Cooper, sacrifice have the heals to get up to full HP. Spinks up above Reeton Cooper, sacrifice the HP, staying outside of the zones. That way they can fizz, they can shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side. But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore. Spinks still putting pressure. Yo, what's good? Trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a have the heals to get up to full HP. Spinks up above Reeton Cooper, sacrifice the HP, staying outside of the zones. That way they can fizz, they can shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side. But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore. Buzz the Spinks still putting pressure from up top. Cooper Reed trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping faster than you can even realize. We're already up into the 17 now. Curve and Metal are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a finish in Hobby. A top 5 performance was valiant for them. All the standings coming into this. But it's Curve and Venom. We're fighting for the championship win now. And look at this, Jacob. I mean, they are breaking away with a huge lead. Yep, even when it looks like it's bleak, Beto gets dropped down to 7 HP. They're surviving. Both trying to do the same thing. 5 HP loses Acorn, though. So we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost runs into Curve and Beto all along the way. But he's able to slip past them as Curve and Beto find another elimination before Beto finally goes down. Curve is out of builds here, trying to
going crazy. 2 different servers, 2 different wins. Oh my. Love you.
Jardu needs this game here. There are 15 players.
Okay, let's see. Major One Finals, Sunny Central. Nice! Curve and Veno. Oh my. First place, they won themselves some $50,000. Agers and Rituals, second place. Oh my, barely. Won themselves some $50,000. Wait, no. Curve and Veno. Curve's first FNCS Major 1 champion. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Oh my. They just won themselves $100,000 for Agers and Ritual. Second place. Earning themselves $100,000 while Agers and Nice! Curve and Veno. Oh my. First place, they won themselves some $50,000. Curve and Veno. Agers and Ritual, second place. Oh my, barely. Won themselves some $50,000. Wait, no. Curve and Veno. Curve's first FNCS Major 1 champion. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Oh my. They just won themselves $100,000 while Agers and Ritual with second place. Earning themselves $50,000 while Acorn Bolts won themselves $45,000. Oh my goodness, guys. And Jordan.
Fizz, they can shockwave and hopefully get to the front side, but they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore. Buzz the space, still putting pressure from up top. Cooper Reed trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping. Something you can even realize we're already up into the
Nice.
16 now. Curve and Venom are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hand. It's a finish in Hobby. A top 5 performance was valiant for them. All the standings coming into this. But it's Curve and Venom. We're fighting for the championship win now. And look at Jacob. I mean, they are breaking away with a huge
gosh. Curve and Venom. Curve's first FNCS Major 1 champion win. Oh my gosh. Curve and Venom.
Finally goes down. Curve is out of builds here, trying to use the shock to splash to keep himself as full of HP as possible. Even finding a Fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think that's just
Nice.
inside of the
Oh
top
my
10. He
gosh.
finds another elimination. Let's just go.
Curve's first FNCS Major 1 champion win. Oh my goodness. Bro, with the second place, earning themselves $50,000 while Angels and Curve. Nice. Curve and Venom. Oh my. First place, they won themselves some $50,000. A Curve and Venom. Angels and Retro, second place. Oh my, barely. Won themselves some 40. No, $50,000. Wait, no. Curve. Oh my gosh. Curve and Venom. Curve's first. With second place, earning themselves. They are sold themselves $100,000. That's why Angels and Retro. One champion win. Oh my goodness gracious, guys.
They can shockwave and hopefully get to the front side, but they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore. They can Fizz, they can shockwave and hopefully get to the front side. They can Fizz, they can shockwave and hopefully get to the front side. They can Fizz, they can shockwave and hopefully get to the front side.
gracious, guys. They can Fizz, they can Shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side, but they're just taking so much damage. They can Fizz, they can Shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side, but they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore. Boston Sphinx still putting pressure from up top. Cooper Reed trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping. So then you can qualification, and teams are dropping. So then you can even realize. goodness gracious, guys.